Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Decoding the Polls, a series of podcasts, discussions, and webinars organized by Center for Public Policy Research around election times. I'm Sreelakshmi, your host for the day. If there is one thing that I have
One thing that I have
election, it is that the voters will always surprise you. And this time, Haryana election has been the biggest surprise for us all. The incumbent BJP government defied all expectations and secured an easy majority, dashing Congress's hope of regaining power after a decade. And this comes as a major blow for the Congress party because it asks us to, revisit the question of whether BJP's position has been, declining in the Hindi heartland, and also their ability to harness farmers' discontent as well as the frustration of Jats and the Rajputs. So despite Congress seeing a 12% rise in vote share, it wasn't uniform across the state as well. So while the BJP surged ahead, achieving an unprecedented 40% of the vote. So this raises important questions. How did the BJP pull this off? And what role did the RSS play in the campaign? And what lessons on Congress can take from these results? To help us explore these questions, we are joined by Mr. Naveen Kumar, a seasoned political consultant and the regional director of Rajneethi Political Consultancy. With over 19 years of experience in the field, Mr. Kumar brings a wealth of knowledge to our discussion. Welcome, Naveen ji.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So Haryana has absolutely gone against all sorts of expectations. There were talks of anti-incumbency, and this election was also contested on the heels of farmers' protests. There were restless protests, and also the unpopularity of the former CM Manohar Lal Khattar. But despite all these factors, what do you think went in favor of the BJP and against the Congress in this fashion? Because when I look at the vote share, both the parties have almost identical vote share around 39%. But the BJP with 39% is actually up compared to the 2019 in vote share. And also the seats in Congress, when the vote share, it grew up by 11%, but seats by only 6. So, is it psephology or the arithmetic of an election in Haryana, or was it the split in smaller parties, independence, or the consolidation of the non-Jat vote, while the Congress became, perceived as a Jat-driven party? So, what in your analysis worked in favor of the BJP and against the Congress?
Yeah. So the vote share arithmetic, what you are saying, it's look like that both are identical. Like 39.97% of BJP and 39.09% of Congress. But it is not identical. Because the thing is, Congress has taken 37 seats. At those 37 seats, the percentage or the vote share of the Congress was high, right? But among all the seats, what BJP has taken, right? All the seats, 48 seats. On those 48 seats, the entire vote share of Haryana is distributed. So if you will distribute 39 among 38, and if you will distribute 39 among 48, right? So overall vote share of the entire state, like what we have seen earlier in Madhya Pradesh case, like just because of the 1% vote share, the government was forming or not forming. Uh, during the era of during the time of Shivraj Singh Chauhan and uh, Congress leader, uh, I'm forgetting the name, right? But the thing is, uh, here the matter is not that the vote share. Vote share of the Congress is confined on these seats, 37 seats, but BJP vote share is completely distributed on all the 48 seats. So it is like other kind of the story. Other story is BJP has owned 48 seats with less margins of vote on all the seats. But Congress has owned the seats, 37 seats, with a little bit more margin compared to BJP. So it's look like that, okay, 39 and 39, 39.9 and 39.09. right?
Yeah.
But now coming to your next question. Next question is what happened? First thing that is striking our mind that the social anti-incumbency has surpassed the administrative anti-incumbency. We have to understand what was the social anti-incumbency, and then we can come down on the administrative anti-incumbency. The social anti-incumbency was all the rhetoric, all the narratives of Congress was pro-Jats only. And Haryana, okay, everybody knows that it is a Jat land, but entire state doesn't have only one caste. So there are so many other castes. So that social narrative or of the Congress was somewhere brewing in the minds of the non-Jat people that okay, why Congress is only talking about Jat caste and why they are raising all the issues related to Jat. So, so there was a, along with the administrative anti-incumbency against the government, there was a social anti-incumbency started against the opposition, that is the Congress. Right. If you can exemplify it in such a way that there was a issue of Pahalwan issue, that is a Vinesh Fogart issue and all. In all the issue, the Congress has raised and opposition has raised. That was not against only the government. That was not against only one MP or the organization of the Kusti Sangh and all. That was also the rhetoric was also built up in such a way that it is the injustice only against Jat, and it is the issue of Jat versus Modi government, Jat versus BJP. So the other caste of Haryana felt completely discarded during that issue. This is the first point. Second point, what BJP has done the mistakes like list accessibility of Manohar Lal Khattar as a chief minister with the people. And then it has resulted into the parliamentary result. Both the things BJP identified well, and BJP started course correction. One major course correction was they have tried to mitigate the anti-incumbency against the chief ministers. That's why they have changed the chief minister just 3 months before the election. Right. Second thing, they saw that okay, in parliamentary election, we have not performed well. What are the problems? What are the drawbacks, and how to fill the gap? So they had started at the cadre level, and Congress was busy only to raise the issue of Jat versus BJP.
Mm.
So at the at the time when BJP was trying to consolidate all the supports among all the caste, Congress was busy deciding that okay, who is going to be the chief minister among three top leaders: Bhupinder, Hooda, Kumari, Selja, and Surjewala. And along with that, and Congress was busy to just raise the issue of Jat and Jat only against the government. So Congress was thinking that okay, by this issue we can get two kind of the benefit. One benefit, we can win Haryana. Another benefit, that the spillover effect, that spillover effect of Haryana and Jat consolidation in favor of Congress will go also to the western part of Uttar Pradesh, and that will be the major benefit for the Congress. So in their homework they were also a little bit right, but it has backfired, I think so. So sometimes it is not a fault of the political party. Sometimes you make a strategy and that doesn't work. Someone other's strategy works. That's this is that kind of the situation and the story. But it is fairly visible that my 2 point again, I am coming back: the social anti-incumbency, the non-Jat consolidation, that is the social anti-incumbency against the Congress, has just surpassed the administrative anti-incumbency against the BJP state government. And second thing, what I have perceived, the distribution mechanism of the PDS system, Shauchalaya, the gas cylinders, and all these things, the distribution mechanism of government schemes was outstanding in Haryana. That I have seen personally.
Mm-hmm.
That has also yielded the result to BJP. So these are the major points. Other thing is that BJP has now, you see, BJP own 48 seats, but there are two more seats. There are two more seats. One seat is uh, in Hisar, perhaps Naveen Jindal, family member, won the election because she didn't get the ticket of BJP. She was in BJP but didn't get the ticket. And one other rival candidate of BJP, Gannor Assembly constituency, he also won the election. So effectively, these two independent candidates out of three, they are also going to be the part of the government and they are going to support because they are the BJP rival candidates.
Yeah.
So effectively, BJP secured 50 out of 90. Yes, that's it.
Thank you for that analysis, sir. So you mentioned that, the BJP analyzed what went wrong and they course corrected their action. But when we followed the news channels and analysis, there was also this, notion that even the BJP was also quite surprised about the win. So do you confirm to that assessment, or do you think that the BJP already knew, yeah, we have done our work, so we just keep quiet and, Congress have their enjoyment for a time, and ultimately we are going to win the election anyway?
No, for your question is related to Haryana, right? Okay, just can you rephrase the question? Like, if BJP was,
No, the understanding when we followed the news, there was this common notion that the election result in Haryana came as a surprise for both BJP and the Congress. So you mentioned that, after the Lok Sabha election, BJP did their homework and they understood what went wrong in Haryana. They did their course correction. But but when the assembly election came out, results came out, there was this notion that BJP was also surprised. They were not expecting to win the election. So do you confirm to that notion?
yes, BJP was not thinking in terms of that they can get to 50 or 48 seats. That's right. But it was clearly visible, and in contrast to all the popular perceptions, what people were saying that I met the leaders on the ground, and I had visited also the Hisar area particularly, and I have seen that there was a mixed kind of the situation. There was no full length air was blowing in favor of Congress. Yeah, people were ready to change the government. There are considerable size of the population of the Haryana. They were ready to change the government because it was the 10 years governance of the BJP. Only based on that, because Haryana is also known as a state like Rajasthan, to change alternatively after 5 years, and they take the other party like Congress or BJP. So based on that, we had also seen that the people were ready to change the BJP government, and they were trying to bring Congress government. But two things more as important to understand this: they were ready, but the thing is, the Congress they were ready at least. 45 seats or 45. So at that time there was a mixed situation, kind of okay, BJP can also get 40 to 45 and Congress can also get 40 to 45. That was the situation. So eventually it was a speculation that the other parties like INLD, because nobody was predicting anything for JJP. It is a very well anticipated kind of the result that okay, JJP is zero, that everybody was knowing that okay, JJP is not going to get any seat, even including Dushyant Chautala. But everybody was speculating on the ground, not among the intellectual media or psephology. On the ground, everybody was thinking, okay, 40 to 45 Congress, 40 to 45 BJP. In that situation, INLD will be the kingmaker. So whosoever will align with the INLD will form the government. That was the safe kind of the analysis I had seen, and I have also I was also part of that kind of the analysis. But what had gone wrong during the campaign? During the campaign, it was very clear that Kumari Selja was only one Congress SC leader. It is very clear. Only one if we will compare with BJP leaders also, in entire Haryana, it is the time when we can identify only one SC leader, that is Kumari Selja of Congress. Right? And recently she won the parliamentary election also. But Congress was not paying the heed, at least. I am not using the word attention. I am saying Congress was not at all paying the heed to Kumari Salja. And through Kumari Salja, Congress could try to consolidate the SC votes. That Congress didn't do that. Congress was completely focusing on Jat equation. And for that matter, Congress had the leader of Bhupinder Hooda and Dipinder Hooda, father and son duo. Right. So Congress was banking on Dipinder Hooda persona and his connections, and really he has the connected leader in the entire Haryana, all the parts of Haryana. So Congress was thinking that he can steer the entire vehicle of the campaign, and but through him, Congress was concentrating only on chart. If Congress would have concentrated a little more on Kumari Sailaja also, then the SC all votes would have been consolidated in favor of Congress. And if it would have done, then 2% more votes here would have gone to Congress. And that might have distributed in a sense like Congress maybe today at 48 or BJP maybe at 37. So this catch. But yes, but you can ask, even though in that situation also, why BJP was getting 37 or 40? For that matter, I am saying two things. One is the distribution mechanism at the local level was very, very good. And other thing is the social anti-incumbency was going against the Congress, and that was much bigger than administrative anti-incumbency, because the administrative anti-incumbency was little bit mitigated by changing the guard of the guard of the government, like the chief minister post.
Yeah, that's a good observation because for the Congress, they have put all the eggs in Hooda's basket and was expecting Hooda to win the election for them, and there was a sidelining of Selja, as you've mentioned. And yeah, on the BJP's front, it was a bold move to replace Manohar Lal Khattar with Saini at the 6 months prior to the election, and he was very popular among the population of Haryana as well. So now that you have mentioned the role of Jat community and over dependence on the Congress on the Jat community, I would also like to bring it into your attention, like at sociologically speaking, Haryana politics has always been considered synonymous with Jat politics, and now BJP has been in power for almost 10 years now. So, so where do you think the Jat politics of Haryana is going from here?
I think that is always this is the pattern of the some caste and some society, like some community. They always try to be attached with the power. So Jat community will be attached with the power, because Jat community is a very progressive community. It is a misnomer to understand that okay, somebody is saying that Jat sounds like people living in a village, people dependent only on the agriculture and something like that. No, this is a completely false kind of the speculation. Jat is a very, very progressive community, and they have built uh, top kind of the infrastructure, top kind of the business environment, and all kind of the things. What you can see in Delhi NCR area, that is a that is a major contribution given by the Jat community, though it is from Haryana or from Western Europe, both sides. So I think Jat is always try to attach with the power, because they want to do the business. They want to expand the varieties of the business. They want to do agriculture in a more modern and technical way. So uh, I think coming to the line of other elections, or to the UP election, to Delhi election, particularly because in Delhi election also that may be the key factor. There are so many, so many assembly constituency. Personally, I know that because I am in Dwarka, and just nearby Dwarka, there are constituencies which is dominated by Jat. So I am sure that if Congress has not materialized and consolidated its own support base in Haryana election, and it has missed the opportunity only concentrating on one caste, or the leadership class or personality class whatsoever, then this is going to be a very costly thing for the Congress, because then the Jat community will turn towards BJP in Delhi election, and in UP election also,
Mhm.
because they think that okay, Congress is not right now standing very strongly. So what we can do? We have to do. We have to go with some strong party, and that's the mentality, I think. Uh, and Particularly this change, what you were saying, okay, BJP has changed the chief minister at the time of the election to mitigate the anti-incumbency. There are a lot of such kind of the experiments done by Congress in the past, done by BJP in the past. Every time this technique is not successful. This time it is successful,
Yeah.
right? So it is not a master stroke. And we can't say that it is a master stroke. You have seen recent many experiments in Uttarakhand also, right?
Mhm.
So it is not a master stroke, but yes, it has clicked, and it has clicked, and it has yielded the result in favor of BJP.
Sir, I would also like to bring your attention to was it a mistake on Congress part of not tying up with the Aam Aadmi Party? Because Congress lost like 14 seats to the BJP in Haryana, where the defeat margin was less than the vote secured by the second runner-up party. And 10 of these, if I'm to give you a split, 10 of these are independents, 3 INLD and 1 BSP. So there is a lot has happened in terms of election management, engineering, and the ground offensive, which the BJP did better, which is also part of the reason why they are on top and the Congress is behind. And even you look at the ticket distribution of the Congress, they have, placed given tickets to sitting MLAs who are also facing anti-incumbency. So, do you think not tying up with Aam Aadmi Party was a mistake on Congress trend, and also your comments on the ticket distribution within the Congress party?
I don't know much about the ticket distribution, but one thing is very clear that Congress was overconfident. Everybody saying that, but and in that overconfidence, they have miscalculated the strength of Baspa, Azad Party, and naming it, and the INLD particularly. They all were ready to make the alliance with Congress. Congress has done a mistake, not giving the much more value to Kumari Selja leadership, and other is not aligning those parties who has the little bit support among the SC community, like BSP and Azad Party. Other thing is that you can see in the election result, INLD has secured more than 4% votes here, right? Without having the alliance with major party like BJP or Congress. So we can see the strength, and that strength is also indicating that they have at many places, or please make it sure to uh, for your audience, it must be at least 3 or 4 seats or 5 seats maybe. INLD has divided the Jat vote, and because of that factor, BJP candidate won the election. If think about, if it would not have happened in such a way, if INLD was the part of Congress, then these 4 5 seats where Jat has, due to Jat division, BJP candidate won the election. What what would have happened?
Yeah.
Right? You can see some assembly constituency result like Nalwa, one candidate of JJP has taken a vote like more than 8,000, and the difference between BJP and Congress is only 6,500 or 7,000. So, so the division of Jat vote gave the road map to BJP to just take away Haryana.
Yeah.
And these three, four seats are very crucial. So I am not advocating that Congress should have done the alliance with Aam Aadmi Party, because I don't see any kind of the base of Aam Aadmi Party. Particularly on the ground, there is no cadre of Aam Aadmi Party. But INLD has a strong base. Still, it has a strong base, and mainly among the Jat community.
Mhm.
If they would have made the alliance with INLD, the result today would have been very different.
Yeah. That's so
So
interesting.
your point, yeah, your point is very valid. Asking this question, because due to the overconfidence of Congress, this alliance was not materialized, and due to this, BJP has won this election. This is also a factor.
Sir, moving away from our election analysis, I'd also like to point on BJP and the Modi factor in particular. So there were also observation that BJP always has this advantage of its mother organization campaigning for it and a solid backing of RSS, and also secondly the Modi factor. And this was also an election where we didn't see much of Modi's campaign, and even he was on the posters as well. He was just caught at the corner of the poster on a stamp size photo. And much of this were, spearheaded by the local or organizational structure of BJP within Haryana. So, do you agree with that assessment that even without Modi directly spearheading the campaign, if the organizational structure is strong enough and the RSS cadre has done it work, BJP can easily come back to power in any states, barring the Lok Sabha election results of 2024.
I think what we have discussed, I think during our discussion, we have discussed four and five factors. And it is very clearly visible factors, right? Like we have raised the issue of the social anti-incumbency, we have raised the issue of alliance factor, we have raised the issue of not giving much more value to Kumari Selja leadership, we have raised the issue of non-consolidation of not only non-Jat but at least non-consolidation of SC votes, and SC votes is a sizable votes percentage in Haryana. So all these factors, and due to all these factors, it is clearly visible that BJP won the election. And these all factors are sufficient
Mhm.
to analyze the Haryana pattern. I don't think that there are other macro factors played a major role. Yes, the Modi factor played a role to the extent that the workers we are workers getting the energy with through that kind of the leadership when Modi is addressing a rally, the new kind of the energy, new kind of the enthusiasm coming among the workers. There is no doubt about it. One thing is also that okay, if people are thinking that okay, Modi is the prime minister, ration will be continued, subsidy on gas cylinder will be continued. These kind of the things people have in their mind. Up to that extent, it is okay. But election finally, what I think, I may be wrong or right, but I think every election is a micromanagement. And through the micromanagement, BJP won the election. And through just being the overconfident on some micromanagement and concentrating only on the macro management, like Bhupinder Hooda leadership and the Jat consolidation and all, Congress was defeated. And just fine tuning the micromanagement, BJP won the election. So I don't see. Yes, one thing is that people are talking after 2024 parliamentary election. So after 2024 parliamentary election, there are some sections of the people supporters of BJP. They are thinking that little bit more sympathetic towards Modi. Okay, something went wrong in parliamentary election. Now the time will come when we will show that okay, what is the strength of the BJP supporters and the Modi supporters. But this factor may play in the election of other states like Jharkhand and Maharashtra. But here in Haryana, it is clearly visible that the Jat consolidation and non-Jat consolidation, under the Jat community, there was a division because of the INLD. But among non-Jat community, there was no at all division. There was no other party as a factor to divide the vote of the BJP, and non-Jat community didn't have the alternate just only one option to vote for BJP.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And
Thank
also,
you.
like, given the decline of the state parties like in Haryana and the emergence of Congress and BJP as dominant contenders in most constituencies, how do you see the future of elections in the state? And what does the diminished role of parties like INLD and JJP mean for the regional politics and coalition dynamics going forward?
No, in politics, there is a thumb rule. You can't discard anyone.
Yeah.
So Dushyant Chautala is a very smart leader. Okay, they got right now 0 seat. INLD is a very old party in the Haryana politics. They are very much deep rooted among the Jat community. They have the top name and the legacy of Devilalji. So I think uh, uh, there are leaders in Haryana. They have some names and some legacy. It may be Bansi Lal, it may be Bhajan Lal, it may be Devi Lal, Om Prakash Chautala, and all. They are not going to be relegated. They will be a factor. How they will play the role in future, that is really unseen right now. But I don't think that they will not be a factor if Congress will not do the course correction, if the Congress will not pass the guard of the leadership to the new level of the workers of the Congress, then they can uh, take away the Congress place in Haryana. So
Mhm.
after this result, the Congress should be very much alert, because in Delhi, what happened in Delhi? Aam Aadmi Party has taken away all the space of Congress. It is not a matter of getting the votes here and the seats and all. In future, you should not see the result in a 5 years term. You should see one result is in the case of in a spectrum of 15 years politics, 20 years politics. In that sense, space is more important than the vote share. Space is more important than the seat share.
Mhm.
What happened in Delhi? Congress has taken away all the space of Congress, and BJP was intact, little bit diminished, but BJP is intact, and now the fight is confined between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. It- so this time this is going to be the opportunity for INLD and JJP, or even to the Aam Aadmi Party, if they will ready to take the space of Congress, and if Congress will, okay, still repeat the mistakes on the leadership factor, then the Congress space will shift towards the other parties. And God knows, we don't know, but who may be the real challenger of BJP in the next election? That may be the INLD, that may be the JJP or Aam Aadmi Party, or Congress may not have the real space to challenge BJP. But if Congress will take the lesson from here, no doubt that Congress will form the government after next 5 years.
Okay, sure, sir. Sir, after the Lok Sabha election, we have applauded the role of opposition, and there was also this notion that Congress has revived itself, it is coming back. Do you see that position to be seen as a revival track as well? And also, now the Maharashtra election virtually only days away from now. What lessons do you have for Congress if it is to bring up the morale of its party workers?
In Maharashtra, yes, it is a very crucial state for Congress, and I think Congress has uh, again there is a favorable kind of the situation because of the alliance factor. I think that if the Congress will be united, not in the party, but with the with the alliance partners like Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray and NCP Sharad Pawar. So I think if they will be united enough, that will be the key factor for Maharashtra election if they want to get the more votes here and more seats and to form the government. So the personal aspirations should be compromised. The party's personal aspirations and leadership personal aspirations, party personal aspirations during the seat sharing with the alliance partner, and leadership personal aspirations to be the chief minister. So these things should be compromised right now, and they should be unitedly fight the election against BJP. Then it will be better for them.
Sir, after this election result, is it safe to conclude that the momentum is in favor of BJP?
No, this is not a momentum. This is the yes. This can be the little bit impetus, you can say, the phrase kind of the energy to the for the workers. It is not going to address the constituents or the electorate or the voters of the new terrain, like in voters of Maharashtra and something. Every time election result, people are reading the election result, but in a hyperbolic way. The election result, this election result is a very normal election result. It is not so such a thing that it may have the impact, wider impact on the other state elections and all, or even to the coming after 5 years the parliamentary election. People of India is very forgiven and forgotten kind of the population. So, so I think uh, it is a list for Congress, and it
Mhm.
is more impetus for the workers of the BJP. Up to
Yeah.
that only we should read the election result. I think so.
Okay, sir. So before I let you leave, sir, I would also like to bring your attention to this exit polls, because while I was having this conversation with my colleagues, everybody was so concerned. What is going wrong with exit polls? We got the Lok Sabha one wrong. Now Haryana, everybody expected Congress to, win the majority of the seats there, but it was just the opposite. But on a serious note, I also understand, exit polls are very important in, disseminating crucial information. But in your opinion, how do you think we can make it more accurate and credible? And also, do you think the pollsters fail to capture the undercurrent related to the Jat versus?
I don't think the I don't think the pollsters are wrong. This is my this is my top gut feeling that they are not wrong. They are doing their own work, and in every work. You are not every time you cannot be the successful. And if I will talk about the methodology may be a little bit fine tuning in accordance with the percentage of the community, in accordance with the percentage of the class division, also economic strata. I think during the parliamentary election and now in Haryana election, I think something is missing that is not intentional. That is a learning for all the pollsters and all the political consultancy company. Uh, we are always focusing on the caste and communities factor and caste and communities proportion. The exit poll area or the survey area is chosen as per the proportion of the caste and community population. But we are missing that there is one class growing up. That is apart from the caste and community, we should take the samples during the exit poll or during any kind of the survey based on the class factor, not on the caste factor. So little bit something is missing, and if we will catch that factor, again the exit poll will be started going right. I think they are doing their work, and sometimes it doesn't work. Doesn't get successful, but I wish so only good for them, and I know that no one is intentionally doing something. They are working very hard, and all those guys as the survey executives in the field. I know that how they are putting their effort to get such kind of the predictions and all. So it is disheartening for them, but it is a learning for them. And I think one day will come when we will see that all the Indian exit poll and all the predictions model will be accurate, will be completely right, like you see the predictions model in USA.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that insightful
Thank you.
conversation. I know that you are
Thank
very busy and you're working on the upcoming election. So I heartily congratulate your time with us.
Thank you.
So as we wrap up this insightful conversation with our expertise, our esteemed guest, Mr. Naveen Kumar, we have unearthed valuable insights in the unfolding narrative of democracy in actions. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and stay updated for more discussions on state and national elections. So for further analysis and comprehensive coverage of the elections, make sure to visit CPPR's Decoding the Polls website. So your engagement is crucial in shaping the future of the democracy. And thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay tuned, stay informed. Thank you, Naveen, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.